Hi, welcome back once again with a Walk with Al. I've been asked, how do you Kentucky boys keep your knives so sharp up there in the mountains? Well, we're going to show you. We're going to go from a dull knife to a sharp knife, then we're going to show you how to keep it sharp. So this goes with your camp knives, hunting knives, katanas, pocket knives. This goes just about whatever knife. Now, what we're going to do we're going to start and we're going to show you here. Now this is a sharp knife. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take one that's dull. Just tearing the paper. This is a dull knife. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start, and I want you to start with, I want you to look down the edge of that knife under light. That knife dull, it's going to have a glow to that edge. It's almost like a reflection. And that's showing that that edge is just not peeking out. So look down there, and if you see that, and then look for the imperfections like little waves in it. And you might want to get that out because that's the best thing to do, because it keeps the knife from being all that it can be. So what we have here to start with, this is Smith's sharpening tools and stones, and this is Smith's diamond sharpening tool. I found out that this works great. It's got a fine and a coarse, and what you want to do, if you've got those imperfections to start with, let's do that first. You want to kind of take those out. And try to do this evenly. Start with a coarse. Look down ever so often, because this one's got a few of them too. And what we want to do is do the same amount of strokes for each side. Keep everything even. You want to look at your knife, the thickness of that knife, then it should come up to an even peak in the blade. And so if it's not, you need to try to take those imperfections out of that. Now, when you get that, so it's not snaky or something like that, and any bad little boo-boos in the knife, get those out. Then, what you want to do, this knife, we got a coarse, medium, and fine stone. Then I got a extra fine stone. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start with this one, because I think that the medium and fine is going to be all right. Now, with your knife, it might take coarse, medium, then fine. And I like to keep these things wet. So just wet that thing up, and then same deal. When you're sharpening that knife, you want to pull all the way. 3 strokes at least, maybe more for your knife, and just then come the other way, do it the same in a reverse manner. And we're going to show you something here in a minute. As you're doing this, keep it even. I mean, don't do 4 on this side and 2 on this side. And you can kind of feel that edge if it's coming up there. And keep this stone, it needs to be wet. And with your knife, it might take a whole lot more than what it takes here. It's according to how dull that knife is and how bad the blade's out of shape and stuff. But keep pulling the knife and make sure you keep that knife to the contour of the edge that's already there, the factory edge. And just keep pulling that knife. And I'm telling you, this works. I'm going to show you something else here, and the finishes and touch on this. And let me get one more here. Okay, now I'm going to flip this over. Go to the fine. We're going to do the same process and keep everything even. I mean, that's important. And then I'm going to show you something here in a minute. Really gets that knife sharp. That's 3. Then you can go down to 2. Then to 1 on each side. And just keep that process up. And you might have to do this over. It's just according to how, like I say, how dull that knife is. Now, what I like to do from here on out, I'm gonna go down to a real super fine. And we're gonna change the process on this. Now, this works, this katana is razor sharp. And the way I keep it razor sharp, you want to take that, get to the contour of the edge, and pull straight back. Don't go with this motion. Go straight back. And keep moving your knife forward as you're doing this to make sure you get to the end of the knife. Then, same process here. Go down, keep moving the knife out, then keep this process up. This might take several times. I mean, should take more than that, 8 or 10. It's just according to how sharp you want that knife. Now, this works for me. What this does is giving you a cut going and back when you do this number right here, pulling straight back with your knife, keeping on the design of the edge. And just keep pulling that knife straight. And like I say, keep it even. If you pull one time here, get the knife, and come back and do it on this side. If you do 2 times, do it 2 times. Keep it even. And you can check that edge every now and then. And if it's not getting sharp, you want to repeat. Now this one is pretty dull. I mean, but I think it's getting there. We're going to do it a few more times here, and I'm going to wet this stone down just a little bit more. Now, this one was a little bit duller than what I thought, but we're going to get there. I think it's pretty close right now. But keep pulling straight. Keep just sharpening the same way each time. And this is getting pretty sharp. We're going to try this right here. Grab us a piece of paper. Get some of this water off in here. We got her. I thought that was getting there. Now, like I say, with your knife, you might have to do that process over and start with the coarse. Go to the fine. And now, you don't want to eat your knife up with that coarse. Just get that shiny edge that you can look when a light. You'll be able to see that. It's the flat spot on the knife. Now, let me show you a trick. This is a razor strap. You usually found these on barber chairs. Now, I found that this works well. Your knife will build up after you get it sharp. It will build up like you're cutting wood, paper, whatever you're cutting. It will build up on that knife and gum the edge. This leather, and this, I've made this right here, and all this is a piece of leather stretched over a 2x6. I've got the coarse side up. And what you want to do, you just, once you get that knife sharp, you can take it with this, doing the same process, and this just cleans that edge, and it will keep it razor sharp. I found out with these scissors, I do leather work, just tinker around with it, and I kept using these for cutting, and it was kind of dull. Well, they started getting real sharp. I just touched those edges, and it was razor sharp. So eventually, this will even sharpen it up, but really, I mean, it just keeps the edge on once you get it. And hey, that's the secret to sharpening a knife. It's not all that tough. Takes a little bit of practice, and you can sharpen one down razor sharp. Just remember, the main thing is to get that edge straight to start with, even. Make sure that when you're sharpening it, once that flat edge is disappeared, then you can go to your finer, which this one had a little bit, so I knew I could take the fine or the medium and get that edge to come up, and then the fine to get it down to the razor sharp. And hey, I hope these tips helped you, and you should be able to sharpen your own knife just like the old Kentucky boy. So thanks for joining us. If you like our videos and enjoy it, or just have fun being with us, hey, subscribe to our channel. We thank you, and God bless.